recording is started. Yes, the question was, how do you recover if like a Genji's dashed on you? Okay, well you have a bunch of different options. It's gonna depend on the scenario, right? Number one is that you should make sure that you're paying attention to Genji so that it's not you're not reacting to him dashing at you, but you're
Oh.
already. Oh, they left. Never mind.
Mhm.
So you don't want to be reacting after he's already damaged you. You want to be ready for it and seeing him coming at you and being prepared before you've even taken any damage, right? That's the objective. Now what that looks like afterwards, right? So you know he's coming, he dashes in at you. You want to make sure that you immediately place health pack. If you need to run, if you're really low because he got a lot of damage on you, you can kind of sprint around to heal up before engaging. You want to make sure that you're concentrating on landing your Helix rocket because that's going to do a lot of his health. Other smaller things that can add in to this is staying out of his range, playing with your teammates. If you're inside of your whole team, well then Genji's not really going to be able to do too much to you because he's going to get melted. Playing around health packs, right? So there's a lot of different options here when it comes to dueling him or staying alive from him, or and worst comes worst, you always have the option to run away from him.
Hmm.
Does that make sense as an answer to the
Yeah,
question?
that was like a specific scenario because
Mm-hmm.
because that's one just came to mind, but a lot of what I've been struggling with is I'm playing in the back of my team and I die to some flanker or something,
Mm-hmm.
and it goes unpunished, and I don't know what to do
Mm-hmm.
sometimes about
And
it.
that might change how you're positioning in certain scenarios. So, firstly, each flanker is gonna be different in like you're dueling them. Certain flankers will be able to duel better than others, right? Like you're going to be able to maybe duel a Genji better than you're able to duel, I don't know, Doomfist if he's just immediately jumping on you, right? And if you've already used Helix, you're probably going to have a much harder time dueling Tracer. You're just going to get rolled if you've already wasted Helix, right? Already missed it. So you're gonna approach it differently per person. But one of the biggest things I would say, um, when it comes to how you're positioning, right, is going to be potential for pressure and then actual pressure. So for potential for pressure means how many characters on their team do they have that can actually pressure you, right? They can actually dive and get on top of you, right? That sort of thing. But
Hmm.
just because they have those characters doesn't mean they will do that, right?
Right.
Doesn't mean that they will chase after you. So then actual pressure means how much are they actually contesting you, right? And if you're being contested again and again and again, you keep dying to them again and again in your back line, well then why are you still in the back line, right? You should be really probably the easiest place to be that would save you a lot in a lot of cases would be with your team, right? Because if you're with your team, well, that means that they can provide you with healing and stuns and tanking, and and then they can take some of the damage too and provide you with extra damage so that you can damage and get rid of the other DPS, right? So playing with your
Hmm.
team in a lot of cases is going to be a really great way to mitigate the risk of death in those scenarios. Does that make sense?
Right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. I wish there was like a checklist I could make when I decide, when I'm in the decision making process when it comes to my positioning or whatnot, or like should I go for this play or whatnot. I wish there was like I don't know what to think of in the moment.
Well, you definitely is a checklist that you can make. It's just some situations it's a complex checklist. So, it again, it's so complex that really it's going to depend on scenario. What what's the map? What team comps are people running? Where are you positioned on said map? Right. That's just the basics to even begin with. And
Yeah.
then after that, okay, do you have I guess like aggression? You have your abilities. Are you able to duel a person? Are you not able to duel a person? Like there is the checklist, but it's going to be specific to the scenario because there's so many different scenarios.
There's likely going to be some kind of sniper, right? At the bottom.
Well, it could be. If you want to check, you can look at the top before like it ever unlocks, and then that way you can see if anybody's like up in the windows.
This is Zen. I don't see any, like, I think I saw a Junkrat.
Still probably not a need to
No,
come
it's
out
a
that right
sentry.
side, just because that right side's just too far away.
Right. Eee! And
Okay. Slightly slow on the rotation, right? Just want to speed it up so we're getting there like because if they're all in the fight, they're not looking at us. We can just run in sooner. A little bit of a delay in like that target priority there to swap the Zen.
yeah,
You can like here you can run and jump onto that. Yep, onto that high ground you just did.
I just fell off.
Yeah, you can do that even without your sprint, but it makes it easier with your sprint. Just gotta watch those respawns. Drop the health pack while you're in the fighting, so you can just stay in the fighting longer.
Yeah.
Okay, wish our aggression B at the moment. Very nice.
Oh,
Health pack, health pack.
yeah. I didn't. I was unaware that the ball was even there. I'll be honest.
Yeah, well, pretty good start there.
Mission ain't over yet.
Okay. Probably that left side would have been provided a better off angle in that fight. Also, I'm
Yeah.
noticing that we're helixing a bit delayed, so we'll get people to the health to which they die. The 120 HP is dead health, right? If we get the direct, and I feel like we're delaying to where we're waiting until they're like 60 HP before we're helixing.
Ah.
Oh, so death. Why do we think we died there?
I was taking a risky flank,
Um,
and I guess I could have heard his footsteps.
Heard his footsteps, or just even like blindly sprinting around a corner, right?
Yeah.
We're kind of just running in without listening, checking, like is there any people here? Okay, what's your aggression be at the moment? When
Not there. No.
0, right?
Yeah.
Whole team's dead, not sprinting back in.
Yeah.
The war goes on.
My ultimate is ready.
He definitely saw us.
No power down. Get in there.
And make sure not to hold it down when there's nobody to shoot at. It's gonna give you more ammo for when there is somebody to shoot at. You don't want to be needing to reload when you acquire a new target.
I don't know why I jumped off.
Feeling grand.
Okay, playing a
Dude.
little too far away right now. We need to be closing the distance, like maybe wrapping left side or
Holy shit.
watching respawns.
Okay.
Don't forget that you get supports. Request healing if you need it. Before we had ulted that fight, we had gone like 2 or 3 fights without ulting. So watch
Okay.
the holding on to it, because then it's not going to do anything.
Someone get that payload.
Come here and get stabilized.
You're powered up. It's in there.
In my sights. Tactical missile.
Alright. Watch the spam jumping. So spam jumping is just when you go jump, 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 jump all the time for no reason, and
Okay.
it's going to do multiple things. Firstly, it's going to make it easier for people to headshot you.
Yeah.
So that can make when you go up, you have to come down. It's very easily predictable. Other things is it's going to mess with your aim, right? Because you're now adding in an extra movement that didn't need to be there.
Oh no. That's not what I meant to do.
Okay. When you're about to cap, where does the enemy team need to go?
To cart.
To cart. Okay. So where is it therefore the most dangerous place for you to be?
Cart. I was trying to. The right answer for what I should have done was just position myself for a contest, but sorry, I had I wanted to push the cart, see if I could push the cart faster than they could contest it.
I think you already had 3 people on, but I might be mistaken. Request healing, right, if you need it. Drop health back. Okay, playing a little bit out of range at the moment. Probably want to be closing in some fashion.
30 seconds remaining.
Are you fucking serious? I trolled.
I don't quit till the fight's done.
What should I have done there in that situation?
Not peeking back window.
Okay. Yeah, makes sense. Yep.
Overtime.
All right. So, what seems to you to be the common trend through deaths? What do you think seems to be among the biggest reasons?
Probably awareness or mispositioning.
I would probably say awareness/aggression, right? Like
Yeah.
that seems to be the biggest thing, right? We'll run into fights that are already lost. We'll, just sprint around the corner without checking. We won't hear or see when people are walking up next to us, right? When the Genji's flanking us. Um, we'll, slightly on positioning as well here. I mean, I'd say positioning is probably like the second highest thing, right?
Mhm.
But, peeking the back window, right, when after they windowed. So there's different things like that that are getting us killed, and we want to make sure we're just paying attention to our surroundings and then adjusting accordingly. And then that's going to be one of the bigger things in keeping us alive, because we're already at 7 deaths, right? 7, let's just say we
Yeah.
die the same amount, that's going to get us like 14, right, at that rate.
Yeah.
Five, four, three, two.
So how should I play this?
Well, I think where you are is perfectly fine at the moment. You they have to come to you, right? Not you to them. Watch spam jumping.
Yeah,
Just
my bad.
it's not an insanely massive thing, but it is going to be just a thing to keep your mind on.
Shit. Uh-oh. Alright.
Okay, I think we're forgetting a little bit of like our ranging. I think we're pushing back to like the 35-40 ranges, like maybe even 45 sometimes some of these fights. When, as a reminder, your preference range is like 15 to 30. Health pack.
Uh-oh. What? They're on us there. Okay.
Helixing to engage right when we're like an inch away from somebody. Also, just there's times where we'll request healing, which is good, but we'll be waiting for healing while we have a health pack.
Mm.
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
Okay, you need to be sporadic with your movement. Don't run in straight lines if you're being shot at. Zigzag.
I shot first. Alright. It's whatever.
Is Anna still there? I remember that target priority, right? We saw her there, and she was like, very much within our ability to kill. And we kind of
Yeah.
like went and started shooting at the monkey who was a mile away, right? Or the
Yeah.
Reinhardt, whoever that was.
Right.
You can probably get on top of those drums if you want to. The boilers.
Like these ones?
No, boilers to your right.
These ones?
Yeah, you can actually get up. I mean, right now you can't, but there's a way you can get up there, even just without any abilities. But you can also helix jump up there. They broke the railings, so you're actually not able to do the climb up. Okay, consider positioning for your ults, right? We're trying to look for that here.
Shit.
Maybe it's possible the audio was lagging there. Did we back up and visor before or after we heard the blade?
After.
After? Okay.
I'm pretty sure at least.
Okay. Because it felt like it cut out for a second, so it's just checking.
I need to open up with that.
Yeah, a little too close there, and then that kind of forces us to back all the way around.
I walked into that. Oh my god.
Once again, probably helix on top of those boilers that just give you good positioning and whatnot. Oh,
Shit.
helix
I
jumps? Is
don't
that
know
something you have?
how.
Oh, okay. I would
No, I mean I know how to helix jump. I just don't know from where.
from.
You're
Oh, I
talking.
mean you can probably just reach it just from anywhere along that
Oh really?
thing. Yeah,
Okay.
I would imagine so. Probably good visor time. Yep, there you go.
Oh no. Whatever. All right. Let's look. Oh.
Once again, watch just holding down your left click while you're visoring. You like to do that, and then you got lucky and you looked at McCree when you had one bullet left and you killed him with it. But
30 seconds remaining.
Oh shit! I should have done the boilers. Fucking. It left my mind.
you're good.
I'm like concentrating on like 20 things.
You're fine.
Ow.
Uh-oh. So what made that there?
No lack of cover.
Lack of cover. How fast do we react to McCree?
Not very fast.
You know, so lack of cover, and then the fact that we kind of noticed after we were already getting decimated, right?
Yeah.
Oh, aggression. What's where we should be at?
I'm just waiting for my. Okay. Ah! What is going on? All right. Whatever. I.
I need healing. Thanks.
60 seconds remaining.
Ow.
Uh-oh. What guy was killed there?
Aggression.
Aggression. We can also watch this on soldier's point of view. I'd probably also say cover once again, right?
Yeah.
I'd probably say that above aggression. I mean, yeah. I mean, you could say we are too aggressive and pushed away from cover, right?
Oh, there's still an on cart. What the?
Oh, so listen to the ticking that's going deet 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 deet, and then you see the contested on the top, right?
Okay.
So audio awareness,
Knock me down.
visual
Gotcha.
awareness.
Well, I didn't know that. I actually, and now just learning that the tick 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 tick.
Or sorry, maybe that's about them capping. But you can see on the top of your screen where it says contested. You'll you can hear Anna running around and whatnot.
Play of the game.
Okay,
Alright.
play.
That's you in my sights.
So notice how you hold it down even when we can't see him there.
Yeah.
And then that meant that we had to reload while we're in the middle shooting at him. All right. Let's see. Time wise, you got another 30 minutes. Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay.
Would you like to? I don't know if there's too much like visual demonstration stuff we need to go over. You want to see that spot I was talking about on that map?
Yeah.
Alright. Oh
Do,
no. Oh,
do,
we'll see.
do you need me to share the mod?
Hmm.
Do you need me to share the mod code?
No. I can
Oh,
go into a
okay.
custom. Oh. Man, I don't know what I'm doing right now, but I'm getting lost. All right.
Traveling to Havana.
All right. So you can actually do this on any character. You don't need movement abilities, but I'm pretty sure you can also helix up here. But if you just come over to this, right, you can jump up on that, and then you can jump from there to here, and then from there you can jump up top. Then from the railing, you can jump over onto that. Then you can jump kind of up and across, up onto this, and then up and across, up onto that, and now you're up here.
Okay.
Alright, so this gives you some pretty good visibility of everything. Pretty cool spot to be in a lot of cases when you're like on a character like Soldier. Same thing as I was talking about before, you can do this without any, even without any jump or anything. Oh, I messed it up. You just gotta jump up and around here.
Yeah.
This one I don't think you can do. Yeah, you need an ability to get around that one. But you can get around that, and then if you make your way around here, right, then you can kind of hide. Let's say you had like a visor here, right? This would be a really good spot. The only way they'd actually see you is if they do like a long wraparound and look up at you, right? So this catches anybody coming from under here, which is most of the time where they're coming from.
Yeah.
Alright. Let's see. Do you want to do replay while you're in queue or no? Like, what are you thinking?
Sure.
All right.
Do you want to do the one I just did or the different game?
We can probably do a different game. So,
Okay.
and as of the moment, it's looking like the biggest thing is awareness/aggression, because that's directly feeding into survivability. So we could make it one massive giant category and make it awareness/aggression/survivability, because all of them seem to be kind of interlinked, right? Or at least your aggression is linked with awareness, and your survivability is linked with awareness and aggression. If that makes sense. So that's seeming to be the biggest thing at the moment. But because that's such a massive category, you probably want to simplify that a little bit more into like some tinier things rather than everything.
I am so sorry. I had someone come in
Are you
the
good?
room. Can you quickly repeat what you just said? I'm sorry.
Sure. And you just gave...
awareness and aggression? Yeah, I did. I am it.
All right.
No.
So I was saying that so far, awareness and aggression seem to be the biggest things, because it also seems to be directly feeding into your survivability. So honestly, we can make it like one giant category of awareness/aggression/survivability, because they're all interconnected. But because it's such a big category and so broad, you probably want to, if you're looking to improve, you probably want to simplify that into smaller parts so that you're actually able to focus like kind of one thing at a time, right? So rather than trying to do the whole thing, pick out individual pieces to go.
Yeah. Awareness and aggression. All right. That's going to be my sole focus. Well, not my sole focus, but most of my focus
Most
is here.
focus. Yep.
3, 2, 1. Round 1. Capture.
Now, should top right here be a good position or not?
It can. I'd probably say like bottom left or like top
Bottom
left
left?
would be better.
Top left? All right. That makes
Yeah.
sense.
Because it gets you a little bit closer to the fight, but still gives you an off angle. Top right is okay, depending on like where they go.
The objective is now.
Oh my god, aim please.
We're kind of playing a little bit scared of Farah when she wasn't looking at us in a couple scenarios where like it wasn't too big of a threat and we're kind of running away. Okay, getting closer, closing the distance. Mercy first when, you know.
Oh my god. I'm so pissed. All right.
So to clarify, sorry, it's not always Mercy first, but in specific scenarios. Like if you're peppering her from a distance and you're not going to be able to burst her down, then that's it. That's a scenario where you can do Mercy first.
Where did the Genji go? Oh my god. There's just so much happening.
Top right, honestly, because they're so far pushed forwards, top right now would be a good option.
Okay.
We probably want to isolate and take out Farah first, right? Make her the priority, get her out of the
Mhm.
way, but also make sure we're paying attention to all the other threats, right? Genji's gonna try to dash, Hog's gonna try to hook us, right? Do our team
No, so what
kind
do we do
of?
now?
I mean, we could maybe poke to make sure Mercy's not rezzing Farah. And there she rezzes Farah. Alright, so we saw our teammate got a pick. We could probably help capitalize on the pick.
No way, how is she alive? I mean, I don't know.
Alright.
That was over aggression, but like.
Over aggression there on the death. Before that, previously, maybe a little bit of under aggression when we were like kind of in that regroup phase. Because you can still poke and keep, look for maybe a kill. You just don't want to be sprinting into their team, which we've done, over and over again, right? There's a difference
Mhm.
between sprinting in into their team and looking to stop Mercy from rezzing, right? Or trying to
Right.
pick up Farah. Additionally, on top of that, target priority. We think we spent a decent amount. I mean, like in that last fight, we started looking at their tanks when they're when they're far to look at. Yeah, I think we kind of gave up on some opportunities to look at her, or she would be like right around the corner, and when we should have been preparing to shoot at her, we start looking at other people because she's, oh, she's, an inch around the corner, right? So we kind of give up on shooting at her and things along those lines.
Mhm.
Capture the objective.
Probably
Oh
wrap
my
around to the
god.
left. Sorry, one
Over
moment.
here. I.
Understood. Understood. The war goes on. I need healing. Thank you.
Sorry, I'm back.
Oh, yeah.
My baby sister called in and hurt herself.
Oh. Why am I main?
Main, right? Watch the cover here when we're rewatching rewatching it, right?
No, that wasn't. So yeah.
Yep, no cover.
You don't want to go to war with me.
Oh my god. Orion's in there. I don't know what to do.
Well, is anybody else in there?
No. Shit.
Okay. Ooh, that's nice. All right, two things. Have we? When was the last time we went over like target priority? So that's something we focused on.
Oh God, I don't know if we've gone over it that
Have we gone
much.
over? Have
Just I
we?
gotta look over
Have
the
we?
easiest target to kill.
Yeah. Have we gone in depth on it before?
Not really.
Oh yeah, let's go in depth on that then. All right. Also, note that we're like Genji's in the middle of dashing on top of us, and we're still looking at other people when we're
Ah,
like, when we're not even,
yeah,
anywhere close to killing him. That's gonna be part of why you're dying to Genji is because he's on top of us, and and then we're still a second and a half late on reacting to it.
I could have misered.
Uh, Notice how easy that is to touch the Genji when you're right, when you're just running away. Okay, gotta think when you've lost the fight. Do you think he can get out? If you don't think he can get out, you just let him kill you, right?
Yeah.
Because then now we've staggered ourselves, and now our team is staggering themselves. They're for some reason sprinting in when you're down your whole team. Right, so you
Yeah.
staggered, then Ryan and Lucio staggered, and then now you don't get a recontest. If you guys didn't
Right.
stagger, then you guys get a full recontest with your whole team.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk. Yeah, we don't have enough. I don't think we have enough time for another one, anyways. So let's talk really quickly on target priority. So target priority essentially is shoot at the easiest things to kill, right? That like you said, right? And when it comes to target priority, the easiest things to kill are not the tanks. Not in Overwatch 1, not in Overwatch
Mhm.
2, right? Tanks have 2 to 3 times the health of other characters. They have tanking abilities. They have armor. They have shields. They are very, very difficult to kill. And that's not to say we never look at them because they can be low. They can be out of position. They could be the only thing we can look at. But there's been a lot of situations where we come into a fight and we have Pharah here and Reinhardt here, and then we'll just start shooting at the Reinhardt. Or we'll have Roadhog here, and Genji is literally on top of us, and we're shooting at Roadhog, right? And those just aren't the targets we want to shoot at because they're never gonna die.
Mhm.
So therefore, shoot at the easy targets to kill. And even among DPS and supports, there are easier and harder targets to kill, right? Different ones are going to be along the spectrum. So who's going to be easier to kill, a Lucio or a Hanzo?
Probably a Hanzo.
Yep, most likely a Hanzo. Who's going to be easier to kill, a Tracer or an Ana?
Ana.
Ana, right? So even among those other characters, you still have kind of a tier list, right? So if you need to, come up with a tier list, at the start of the round, right? Go look at their team comp, press tab, go what's the easiest to what's the hardest thing to kill, right? And come up with that list. So it could be, all right, let's say they have Diva, Rissa, Ashe, Bastion, Ana, Baptiste, right? We look at that comp and we go, okay, easiest to kill is probably going to be like Ana, Ashe, then Bastion, Baptiste, then Diva, then Orisa and Diva kind of tied, or Diva first, right? You make tiers of them as well, right? You come up with that quick list.
Yeah.
That way you're not staring at the hardest things to kill the whole game, right? Then, on top of that, with target priority, you also have highest value to kill, and that's not usually going to be as big of a thing, but it can, like, for example, Pharah, if left unchecked, Pharah can do a whole heck of a lot, right? So,
Mhm.
Pharah becomes and you're also, as Soldier, you're the person whose job it is to kill Pharah,
Right.
right? So, therefore, Pharah is a pretty high priority for you as Soldier to be shooting and trying to kill. Same might be said for like maybe a bat. So like, yes, like Pharah might not be the easiest thing to kill, but she might take the highest priority for you, because she's the most valuable and she's your job. Bastion, even though he's not the easiest thing to kill, sometimes might be the highest priority because he is the most dangerous on the team, right? In certain
Mhm.
scenarios, that sort of idea. Does that whole concept make sense?
Yeah.
All right, great. And then off angling is an instant way to get around the tanks and the hard things to kill straight to the back line. So that's what makes off angling and flanking handy. Trying to think what else is there. Because we're running low on time here, so I'm trying to think like if we can do like some techie things before we run into the review. Did I show you like jump reloading at all?
Oh yeah, that
Mhm.
was or you can when you jump off like a higher ground, about like a high ground, you can reload without losing momentum.
Yeah, and you can also do that even like on a low ground that you kind of save half the momentum, right? So
Mhm.
I can do this and it kind of saves like half of it or a third of it, so we just get a little bit extra. Also, just the constant jumping, like we'll be just aiming and then watch what happens when we jump. Is now our crosshairs up here. So if you're just spam jumping, well now you have to adjust up and down to hit
And
headshots, which
stay
is just
down.
makes it extra confusing, right? When you could
Right.
be doing this, right, going side to side, adding in a crouch, which makes it a little bit easier to keep track of, because crouching, let's see, crouching is a little bit less of a problem, right? You're still on the target. You're not going nearly as far as jumping. Look how far jumping
Right.
puts you off target, right? When
Mhm.
you're doing so, you have to adjust down, and then it adds just an extra, fourth direction into the mix when you don't need to be spam jumping. Jumping comes when jumping's needed, really. Okay. Do you wanna go over some? I mean, like I said, we don't have time for another game. I mean, we could go into a replay if you want to, but it'll only be for a couple of minutes. Do you want to maybe review some like different spots on different maps, like just cool
Oh yeah.
spots
Yes.
to use? All right.
I don't play by the rules anymore.
Do you know many Helix rocket spots?
Not really, to be
Not really.
honest.
All right.
I haven't really found much on it. I'll be honest.
Oh, you can probably go watch like YouTube videos. I think you can find like YouTube
Traveling to
videos on them,
Hanamura.
but
We're all
so
soldiers
Hanamura's
now.
a good one. There's a lot of spots
I
here.
know I know
Yeah.
how to get to the high ground on this one,
That
or
one?
I guess I know a couple, but like,
You know
what
this one?
this is one of well, yeah, that one and the one on First Point,
Okay.
like on top of the building. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, okay, so that's two here. You can also helix jump up this, right? That's another thing you can do. So you know how to jump from here to here and then from there to there, yeah?
Oh,
Oh,
hold
cause,
on.
cause you can't get there from that.
Oh, you can't. Okay.
No, so you have to go. If you're trying to get up to that, you have to go the long way around. So you have to. Oh, it's also a little bit difficult. So you have to practice at it. There you go. So you do that, and then you jump from here to there. When you get it back off cooldown, and now you're up.
Nice.
Let's see what else is there. You can also run. This is like just a handy flank option.
Feeling grand.
You just run around up top here, sprint from over here like that. Oh, I messed it up. You can just sprint over to this other high ground, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, and then you can jump from here to there.
Oh, nice.
So you don't even need to helix across. You also jump that void if you didn't know you can. You can do that in every character.
Yeah.
Yep. First point here. Did I show you last time you can jump up this?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. I thought I remembered that. Yeah, and then I think I showed you the other one. All right, I think that's most of it for this one. Let's pick a different map. Okay, Horizon. No, that's not a map. Paris not a map. Temple. Trying to think. Temple, there are a couple spots, but do you want to review these? They're going over or going away soon. Maybe let's do the others.
Yeah.
Busan. I'd have to control. We'd have to shuffle through all three of them. Dorado. Trying to think. Dorado, maybe there's a couple. Not too many. I'm trying to think of ones that have good spots. Junkertown. Did I show you the Junkertown? You know the robots in Junkertown, right? Or no?
Robots, maybe.
Robots on third point, climbing up to high ground.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. All
I
right.
know it, like you get on the wires.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Havana we just did. Rialto. Trying to think. Not too many. Route 66. Helix on top of second point. rooftop, Gibraltar. Trying to think of good ones. Maybe you just gotta pick something and I'll go through it. Eichenwald. Think of that one. I guess let's just go to Eichenwald. Sure. Oh no, it's restart match. Whoopsie. Haven't custom gamed in a while.
Traveling to Eichenwald.
All right. So
We're
here,
all
are you ever how to get up to these rafters and up here?
I don't
So
know.
you on any character you can jump on robot, jump on block, jump up, and now you're up. Right. For now with soldier, we can helix jump up to this high ground, right? Which means that we have a ton of great visibility if we're trying to shoot at people, right? Trying to think. I don't think that we can. Ooh, is there's a chandelier back there? I don't think I knew that there's a chandelier back there. Wonder if you can
I
get on
think
top
so.
of that.
Yeah.
I wonder if like Widowmaker. That might be a sick Widowmaker spot. You probably can get up there and here if you're trying hard enough. I think it might be about it here for soldier. Not too many other things. I mean, like you can pretty much find helix spots like all around if you're looking for it. So I mean, like if we're trying to get up to high ground and take the for whatever reason, and we want the long way around. Oh, might even be able to make that all the way up. I didn't even see that. Huh? Are we able to make it all the way up? Nah, I don't think so. Maybe off of this. I don't. Probably can't. I don't think it's enough height. Nope, you can. All right, so like something like that,
Oh,
right?
nice.
So if you just try hard enough, you can pretty much just find them like all over the place,
Oh
right?
yeah.
We can find it. We can probably do that from same thing from like here to there, maybe. Yep, same thing, right? So just keep your eyes open for that sort of concept because that's just an insta high ground.
Right.
Oh,
I should do that more. Practice my helix jumps.
I mean it's not like the most incredibly important thing, but it's just handy and also fun. I find it very
Yeah.
fun to also find
We're
spots
all
and stuff like that.
soldiers now.
It'll give me something to do in between cues, you know.
Yeah. Blizzard World. Trying to think. Oh, in case you weren't aware, you can run up these legs. And you can do that on any character.
Oh yeah.
You can do that. Trying to think of where else you can do that from. Can you do that? Where else can you do that from? You can do it. Trying to think what other side you can do that from here. Yeah, you can jump up this side as well, right? So you can go up either side. So even if you're attacking, right, you can attack and you can run up this way. And if you're trying to sneak up on somebody, you can come up this way, and now you're up to the high ground, right? All right, time for a review. Burn some time. All right. So, main points, review, wrap up, and whatnot. So, ability
We're all
usage,
soldiers now.
sprinting, like, zigzag when you're running. Don't just, like, go like this when you're running away from somebody. If Genji's on top of you, consider going like this, right? Just start running in circles. It just makes it so much harder for Genji to actually shoot you, right?
Right.
And then that means that you're able to heal while he can't really hit you too well, right? Zigzag and run around corners, right? Be crazy with it. I mean, add in jumps, move around. Just makes it super hard for people to hit you if you're just doing this. And you can move around with your camera. That's just an easy way to do it. It's just camera movement, right? So just notice how I'm moving my body using my camera, moving up and down around, and just notice how that's so much harder to hit than what we were doing when we would just run like this.
Yeah.
Right. Health pack. Plop it every single time that you need healing. Right. Just plop it. Plop it when you're getting aggressive and whatnot. There's sometimes where we'd press healing. I need healing, then just we'd have it available. Helix. Keep working on the ranging thing, and then also maybe helix slightly earlier on people, and then also just landing it. Right. So overall, though, probably about like maybe a higher end of a low to medium with this stuff. It's kind of like stuff that needs some work, but it's not super important, not super massive. Ult usage, don't hold on to it. Ults that aren't used don't get any value. Sometimes we'd have perfect, scenarios to use it in, and we kind of be delayed in using it, right? Where everybody's out in the open and we have a high ground, that sort of thing. So you'd look to use it when they're out in the open and they don't have cover.
Tactical
Overall, it's
necessity.
kind of same thing as ability usage, kind of same spot, low to medium, higher end of low to medium. Mechanics. Target priority should have
You
the
ain't seen me
easiest
angry.
targets to kill and the highest value targets to kill.
Double
Come up with that list in your
Triple kill.
head. Don't, shoot at the harder things to kill if they're low HP or they're the only thing you can shoot at or if they're out of
Only gets
position.
better with
But don't really
age.
focus on them too much for no reason, right? Trying to think if there's anything else. Don't randomly jump because that's messing with your aim. Don't hold down left click when there's nobody to shoot at, and especially in visor where
I've
we'd go
got
like
you in
this
my
and then
sights.
we would hold it down
Resistance
and then we'd go to see somebody and then now we're out of
neutralized.
ammo and we have to reload, right?
Mhm.
Overall, that stuff's a higher end of low to medium. Yeah, somewhere around that. Positioning, make sure that you are staying inside your preference range. Remember, 15 to 30 meters roughly. Sometimes, this is where we're trying to stay is within this and closer. But a lot of times we'd be like pushing this, right, at this range. And then remember, that's just mean that we're doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 shots to kill instead
We all
of like
got it
6 shots to
coming.
kill, right? We're
Yeah.
adding in extra damage, making ourselves less accurate, right? Missing more shots. Um, Besides that, cover usage, right? Make sure good positioning is the usage of cover, bad
Double kill.
positioning is the absence of cover. Lack of cover is probably like the second biggest thing to kill us, right? We would die just
I
because we
don't
would run
play
out
by
into
the
the open,
rules
right?
anymore.
Make sure you're using cover, take high ground, still work on the rotations. Don't be making long rotations or don't make long rotations slash flanks in the middle of fights, right? Not what you want to be doing if you could be shooting at stuff. And just generally more stuff on positioning, right? Overall, about a medium, maybe like higher end of let's say higher end of medium, right? Then
We all
finally,
got it covered.
awareness slash aggression slash survivability, right? That massive thing. That's gonna be like a medium high, right? Just a lot of stuff in that category. Pay attention to your ears, right? What can you hear around you? Audio awareness. Pay attention to your field of view and just like, where the heck are people? Sometimes we just wouldn't
I'm
notice that
just
there's like
getting
a hog right in
started.
front of us, right? Pay attention to your kit, right? Your HUD.
Double
What's
kill.
your
You
health?
need
What's
to
your
learn
what's
to
your abilities?
focus.
Do we have health pack when we're 1 HP? Requesting healing when we're low, right? Paying attention to kill feed, right? What's happening with our team? Who's up? Who's down? Remember the numbers: 1 to 2, advantage, disadvantage; 2 to 3, won or lost fight. Pay attention to tab, right? Press it. You don't press it nearly as much. You should press as much as you should. You should be pressing it pretty much at the very minimum once between every single fight, and you press it like once a game, right, or once every round.
You need to learn to
This gives you a
focus.
lot of info. What team comp are they on? What are we on? That dictates your play style. Do we have any ultimates? Who's alive? Who's dead? Right? That sort of thing. Besides that, there's a lot of odds and ends here and there. This all affects your aggression level. Aggression and when should you push? When should you back?
Only gets better with
Aggression
age.
scaling. We went over aggression scaling last time, right?
Uh, you might have. Can you repeat what that means?
Yep. Aggression
If
scaling. Thinking of your aggression as if it's on a scale, right? 50% is your neutral.
You ain't seen me angry.
0% is your super passive. 100% is your super aggressive. Does that sound
Funny,
familiar?
you don't want to.
no, to be
No?
honest.
Oh, well, maybe that was with a different person, and I'm thinking that it was you. That is probably something that would be very handy to review, but we're at like 2 minutes left. Really quickly, also all of that is impacting your ability to stay alive, so
Tactical
survivability,
necessity.
right? Overall, that's the main thing. Number 1, number 2 is positioning. Number 3 is going to be probably your ability slash all usage, and then number 4 is your mechanics, right? Um, any questions before we get in? I'll try to really quickly speed run that last thing.
No, you can just
Yeah.
go.
Okay. Aggression scaling. Aggression scaling is thinking of your aggression as if it were on a scale. 50% is your neutral, so you come into every fight at 50%, roughly
The fight ain't
speaking.
over yet.
0% is your passive, or is you're playing super passive. 100% is super aggressive. You go all the way go in. Right now, you adjust upwards with advantages and with
Tactical
opportunities,
necessity.
and you adjust downwards with disadvantages, with a lack of resources, and with danger. Right. Advantages are going to be things, and we have gone over kill feed washing before, right?
Yeah.
Yep. So advantages will be things like your up kills, right? You got 1 extra kill, go from 50 to 60. 2 kills, right? 60 to 70. 3, 70 to 80, and so forth, right? Disadvantages is the exact opposite, right? It's your down players, right? Or in all the other things that go along with that, right? Disadvantages would be, okay, you're down a player, go from 50 to 40. Down 2, go from 40 to 30, right? Now, besides that, there's also
Down.
opportunities. Opportunities is somebody's low, somebody's out of position. Disadvantages are going to be, sorry, I already went over that. Danger, right, is going to be things like, I'm 1 HP, right? Or I guess, sorry, that gets in the other one, but like, there's a diva bomb next to me, right? And the entire team's on top of me, right? That's danger. Danger is not always being low health. I can be 1 HP and hiding up here and nobody can see me and I'm perfectly safe. And then I can be full HP right next to a diva bomb and be perfectly in danger. So
Right.
being low does usually affect it though, but it's not indicative of it. And then finally, lack of resources. So your health is a resource. Your abilities are resources. So if you are 1 HP, you should
I'm just
probably
getting
be
started.
0% aggression. If you if you don't have any abilities, you might want to scale it down a
You
hair,
need to learn
right?
to
Because you don't have
focus.
health pack to work with. Okay.
Mhm.
Now, do note that all of this goes into each other all at the same time, so it may be overwhelming to start, but as you practice at it, it'll be less so. And note that you shouldn't hard lock into anything, so don't come into a fight and just lock into 100%
Tactical
for the next 20
necessity.
seconds. That's not really how it works. Sometimes maybe, but not usually. Usually, you come into a fight at 50%, you see, oh snap, I'm gonna go for a kill, that person's 1 HP, you get headshot, now you're 1 HP and you're running away with your tail between your legs. So you went from 50 to 100 to 0 all within the course of 1 second, right? And so it's gonna be very, in a lot of cases, it's gonna be very fluctuant.
We all got it coming.
And then that's mostly it, right? That's a aggression
Mhm.
scaling in a nutshell. Does that all make sense? Do you have any questions on
Yeah.
it?
No, it makes sense.
All right, and that's all in direct relation to your aggression or your awareness, right?
Right.
All right, so that's about it. Let me stop the recording.